Good afternoon, Dia. That video conference should be happening around 1 o'clock this afternoon. You know, I just got done talking with Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nacco. He tells me they are sure they've got the right guy because, in fact, 23-year-old Baron Vercuzzi that's charged with that first-degree murder, he, in fact, confessed to the crime. Baron Vercuzzi was a new father, according to his Facebook page. In this picture from the social media site, he's seen with family and his father there on the far left, 52-year-old Rene Vercuzzi, the man Baron told police he killed on Monday night. Investigators say they responded to the home at 5617 Mosaic Drive in Holiday.
There was an argument that had happened on New Year's Eve, approximately 10 o'clock, 10:30. The son got into an altercation, hit the father. He did light him on fire.
According to the autopsy, Rene Vercuzzi's cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, dead before the blaze was even started in his bedroom. Now, although in-depth details weren't given as to how deputies located Baron, they did confirm they followed leads that led them to the Holiday Lakes Estates area, where they arrested the suspect yesterday in connection with this crime. It was then he told them he was responsible for his father's death.
But it's just another tragedy that occurred in our community. But I can tell you the hard work our detectives working 24 hours straight, they were able to solve this crime. Now, according to jail records, Baron Vercuzzi has been in trouble with the law before, has been arrested, but none of those arrests seem to be violent in nature. As to what those two were arguing about before that fire was set, we're told at this time the Pasco County Sheriff's Office is not going to comment because the investigation is still ongoing. Live at the Pasco County Courthouse in Newport Richey, Laura Harris, ABC Action News. We're getting a clearer picture this afternoon as to how exactly somebody in handcuffs could break out of a deputy's cruiser. I want to show you something. This is the kind of car that they were in this morning. No protective bars, as you can see. I want to show you something else. If you walk right on over here, this sheriff's car, as you can see, has these protective bars, and we're told by Sheriff Nacco that all of the cars are being retrofitted for these protective bars, but unfortunately, every last one of them, it hasn't been done yet. One thing is for sure, though, that deputy that was in that case this morning, he was fighting for his life. There's no doubt about it. He was trying to kill our deputy.
The suspect Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nacco is talking about is 32-year-old Oswaldo Flores, who attacked a deputy after busting out of his cruiser as he was transporting him to the Land O'Lakes jail this morning. The sheriff says Flores has a long arrest history, and he even made several statements that he was not going back to jail.
A very sad situation. I thank God that Deputy Brown is safe. I can't thank the Lord enough.
27-year-old Deputy John Brown has only been with the sheriff's office since last April. He was taking Flores after a call of a domestic violence incident. As the deputy made his way down the road, Sheriff Nacco says Deputy Brown noticed something he didn't like.
Deputy Brown did call in as he was driving down the street that he can see there was movement in the back seat. He can see the arrested individual was manipulating the handcuffs.
When Deputy Brown pulled into this 7-Eleven on Little Road, Flores busted through the back window, jumped out ready to run. When the deputy chased him, Flores charged and started choking him.
The mindset that these criminals have, they don't want to go back to prison. They'll do anything they can not to go back.
A Good Samaritan at the gas station at the time stopped to help hold Flores down until help arrived. To that person, Sheriff Nacco had this to say.
I can't thank you enough.
And, you know, Sheriff Nacco tells us today that, you know, he's really excited that that Good Samaritan just stepped in and helped out. They're actually going to give that Good Samaritan an award. And as for who that person is, well, they don't want to tell us just yet because they're not sure if that person wants to give away their identity. We are live in Newport Richey at the Sheriff's Office. Laura Harris, ABC Action News.
Thank you. Turn out there.
They were very good. The crowd very energized. I can tell you former Governor Jeb Bush was here this morning, as well as U.S. Senate challenger, Republican challenger Connie Mack. Both took the stage, but I can tell you the crowd really erupted when Governor Mitt Romney himself took the stage. One more day. Governor Romney's supporters chanted this morning in the main hangar at the Avion Jet Center. It was the general theme of today's speech. Governor Romney saying they have one more day to make real change happen.
See, accomplishing real change is not just something I talk about. It is something I have done, and it is something I will do as the President of the United States.
In front of hundreds in the crowd, some young at heart, Mr. Romney talked about his road to this point, how he has continued to fight for and plans to continue that fight for small businesses, working to make education funds more available, lower taxes, and repeal President Obama's health care plan. He says he knows exactly how to execute that plan.
I'm going to meet regularly with leaders in both parties, and I'm going to endeavor to find good men and good women on both sides of the aisle that care more about the country than they do about politics. And they're there, and we can make that happen.
Governor Romney also hit home the point that middle-class Americans have been squeezed long enough. And on this, the last full day of campaigning before Election Day, he had these words for the attendees.
With the right leadership, America is about to come roaring back.
And it was the last hurrah here in Florida, as right after that speech, Governor Mitt Romney boarded a plane. He was headed north. He plans to go to Virginia and New Hampshire for those last hours of campaigning. We are live in Sanford, Florida. Laura Harris, ABC Action News.
Now to tell us what's happening out there. I see some people milling around behind you right now, Laura.
That's for sure, Dia, and I like to call it dark and early because we've been out here since about 3:30 this morning. Security sweeps, that's what you're seeing behind me. I want to go ahead and take a full picture of that. We're not even actually allowed inside that perimeter right now. I just tried to get in just to kind of see what was going on. They're not letting us. The sniffing dogs are out. All looks well right now for the president's arrival. I want to get to some video we have for you this morning from the President Obama's trip in Vegas yesterday. Speaking there, that's where he's headed to Tampa from. He even tweeted, I just got off Twitter and saw that he tweeted, if I have to pull an all-nighter, it might as well be in Las Vegas. This is all part of the two-day America Forward tour. We're told by President Obama's campaign, this America Forward tour is to reach undecided voters and thank supporters all along the way. Now, wheels are expected down around 6:30 for Air Force One. Then we're told that gates here will open for the public around 7 o'clock. You had to have a ticket to be able to get in, so don't just show up if you don't have a ticket. And then we're expecting the president to speak around 9 o'clock. As always, we'll keep you updated, have live pictures for you, and you can always watch the speech live. That'll be brought to you through your phone. You can do it mobile, or you can go to our website at abcactionnews.com and watch it on Action News Now. For now, we are live in Ybor City. Laura Harris, ABC Action News.
Had one re-election.
And you know, every state has reported their numbers, well, except our swing state of Florida, of course. But as we all know, it doesn't really matter at this point because President Obama has enough electoral votes for re-election. We were at some of those watch parties last night for President Obama, and supporters were, as you can imagine, overjoyed about yet another 4 years. Now, earlier this morning, though, we caught up with some people in the airport who were also excited. One Obama supporter in particular, though, he had some kind words to say about Governor Mitt Romney as well.
I think it says that America is moving towards the perfect union. I think that we're changing as a society, and I think that Mr. Mitt Romney did a great job campaigning, but I think Barack Obama had a greater vision collectively for the nation, and his campaign was much more inclusive.
And you heard that gentleman speaking about, you know, Governor Romney and talking about how he had so much respect for him. Well, we talked to some other people at a Romney watch party last night. They weren't just disappointed, but also shocked. You know, they couldn't really believe exactly what happened. At this point, they say they're just stunned.
Yeah, a lot of people put a lot of passion and a lot of hard work in both these campaigns.
Yeah.
His office in Pinellas County, where she says things have been going smoothly.
They had been going smoothly, Dan, until we got this information I just got from inside the Supervisor of Elections office. Apparently, some robocalls were sent out this morning. We're talking some 12,000 voters in Pinellas County were notified that voting was tomorrow. It was a technical error, accidentally went out this morning. It was supposed to go out yesterday. Those folks have been contacted with another robocall telling them, yes, indeed, voting is today. So they're hoping that that won't really deter people knowing that they should have been here to vote. But talking about voting here, it's been smooth sailing. Really, lots of people early voted. That's what we're hearing. And for that reason, you kind of wonder, why would you even take the risk of having to wait in the line? We talked to some people about it.
I'm old-fashioned.
Ryan Lawn grabbed his spot in line about 20 minutes before the polls opened on Tuesday morning, making sure he would have time to cast his vote in person before heading to work.
I just don't trust the mail-in, the dropping off voting early. I mean, I just like to come in voting day and exercise my rights.
Although Ryan wanted to make it count on the official decision day, dodging the rain showers at times to do it, Supervisor of Elections in Pinellas County, Deborah Clark, says plenty of voters made other plans.
We have 262,000 plus ballots that have already been counted in this election. So that gives us a 42% turnout before today.
Good thing for many, too, because Supervisor Clark warns this year's ballot isn't a short one in Pinellas County. More of a reason to come prepared.
With the ballot being as long as it is, voters really, especially for this election, need more time to read and study this ballot.
And it appears Andrea Lawton took that bit of advice.
I actually got the sample ballot, and I looked over that, and so I have all my questions and everything written down and my answers.
But many we spoke to today, like Andrea, weren't just happy about exercising their constitutional right, but they were also looking forward to the end of those political ads.
Kind of excited, kind of get back to, regular news.
You cannot believe it. It is the best. We need a little sanctity.
I want to point out something for you. You can see those orange cones over there. It's somewhat of a drive-through. If you still have that mail-in ballot here in Pinellas County, all you have to do, there's 14 different locations in the county. You can bring that mail-in ballot sealed up. You can drive it right up to the front and they'll take it from you. Very convenient. Again, 14 locations in the county. If you want to know where yours might be, one's closest to you, go to abcactionnews.com. We have all that information that you need there. Once again, though, those robocalls that went out to some 12,000 voters, it's not true. You can vote today. They were just incorrect. Want to make sure that everybody has that clear. But for more information on voting throughout Florida, you can go to our website at abcactionnews.com. For now, we are live in Pinellas County. Laura Harris, ABC Action News. Good morning, Dia. We're just getting this information in just now. Breaking news. I have to say, I've spoken with Secret Service. They say they have no comment. I've talked to a couple officers right here where we are. We're in the secure zone right now. We're hearing that the president has canceled his visit to Orlando. I want to show you right over here. This is where all the Secret Service is, where everything was supposed to happen security-wise. You can see that large budget truck over there. They're putting everything back in the trucks. As I said, I have spoken to 2 different police officers here on the ground. They tell me I cannot get outside of the secure zone. They tell me that they've been told that the president is not coming. I just spoke with the gentleman over there with the Secret Service. He says at this time, the Secret Service has no comment. Now, there are about 500 to 600 people waiting. They've been waiting since about 11 o'clock last night, some of them getting here as early as 6 o'clock last night. None of those folks know that this could be a possibility. Again, I'm saying this is all hearsay, but I am hearing this from police officers here on the ground that the president is not coming. This is all due to Hurricane Sandy. Now, at this time, like I said, we're just going by what we're hearing here on the ground. I cannot get outside of these barricades because we are in the secure zone. Where the president is supposed to be speaking just a couple yards away from us, it looks like they're still trying to set up something. All of those large lights have just been turned on. At this time, though, the media has not gotten any comment. I've been on the phone. I've called our information desk. We're trying to get some more information for you all. But like I said, at this time, they are packing everything up. And I was told by an officer out here just now, he says if the president was coming, there will be people going through that security checkpoint. So I'm going to keep trying to get some answers for you. Hopefully, as soon as I get that confirmation, I will bring it to you. But for now, we are live at the University of Central Florida in Orlando. Laura Harris, ABC Action News.
All right, thank you, Laura. Meanwhile, we're